Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews and welcome to a very special boat from my YouTube channel. This is a 2021 Back Cove 37, but it's hull number 200 and is the last ever Back Cove 37 that was produced. At the time of shooting this video, she was up for sale for $769,000 and laying in Daytona Beach, Florida. And this has had every conceivable option ticked and is presented in immaculate condition. As to the dimensions, we're looking at around 42 feet length overall. It's got a hull length of 38 feet 2 inches, and beam of 13 feet 3, draft of 3 feet 7. And the beauty of this one is a low air draft, so if you're looking at doing a great loop, this is one to consider. It's easy making your way up to the bow. There's plenty of deck space, plenty of handholds. I love that flat deck surface. You can easily lay out here if you wanted to, but it also gives you great visibility when you're at the helm. Make your way up to the bow and you'll find that we've got the searchlight as well as the electric windlass. You can operate the windlass from here or from the helm. And if I open up this hatch to the anchor locker, you'd swear this was an extra cabin. It is massive. Plenty of room in here for your bow lines, for fenders, and any extra storage that you may require. But you can see the condition of the anchor chain. Although this is a used boat, you'd swear this was straight out of the factory. Everything is so clean, well maintained, and presented in immaculate condition. And then as I pan the camera around, I love that low profile that this one has. It's got an air draft somewhere around 13 feet, but certainly bridge clearance isn't going to be an issue. And then as I head aft, not only do you see we've got the different electronics up here, but you've also got 660 watt of solar power with 2 Victron controllers. And it'll help keep everything topped up. And always have the boat ready to go. In the aft cockpit, there is really comfortable, spacious seating here. This is a boat that you can set the engines to something like 1000 RPM, and you're going to be cruising along at 7 knots, or go wide open throttle and get close to 30 knots. Either way, there's going to be so much comfort here, you're going to enjoy the ride. Fixed frame out the back for the canopy cover. That way you get shade and protection. You get handholds right around the transom. Speaking of the transom, you've got this extended bathing platform. It does have davit mounts if you wanted to put the tender out here. And this one's also got a custom wrap across the transom. Absolutely love the way that they've done this. Not only do you have the boat name, but even the way you've got the octopus here. And you'll see there's a similar theme when we get into the inside when it comes to the bed sheets. Transom door makes it easy to get in and out. And then once we get back into the cockpit, you'll see we've got speakers, we've got lights, but we've also got cameras here. I'll show you that from the helm, but that way you can keep an eye on things. And it's really easy to back this one up and dock it. The aft cockpit's also got a lazarette, and in here you've got plenty of storage. You've got access to the main steering gear, but this is also where you're going to find a lot of the electrics, and that includes where the Victron isolation transformers are. The beauty of this is everything is well documented, and that way if you ever need to do any servicing or upgrades in the future, you'll know where to start. And I love the fact that this one can expand all those doors out and turn the inside and the outside into one area. Obviously you can have this fully enclosed if you wanted to, but you've got really comfortable seating here, including a cockpit table, where you're easily going to get probably about 8 adults on board. Those large wraparound windows give great visibility, and most of them are opening, so you've got plenty of fresh air and ventilation too. There's storage underneath most of the seats, and they've all got that push button lock mechanism because this can be a high performance boat. You've got the large hatch overhead, but you've also got a drop down TV. And the TV swivels round, but also so does the seat at the helm, and that way it can face into the saloon. A couple of steps down takes you to the galley. I've got a convection microwave oven. I've got a 2-drawer fridge freezer system. Plenty of drawers and lockers and cabinets for storage. 2-burner electric stovetop. You've got a deep stainless steel sink. And that stainless steel sink also has a shower head faucet. And next to that is where you're going to find the trash can. Everything's been so well thought out. Plenty of handhold. There's storage opposite. And you can see those really comfortable seats that we have at the helm. You can lift those armrests up if you want. And those seats do turn around and face into the saloon. As to the electronics, everything you could possibly require has been installed. So you got your twin Garmin multifunction display, and there's those cameras showing up. This one's also got bow and stern thrusters. She's single diesel, so that means you've only got one engine to service and maintain, only half the batteries that you would normally have, but you've also got so much more room in the engine room, which I'll show you later on. But you've got bow and stern thrusters, and it makes it so easy to dock this one. So you get the best of both worlds. And right in front of the galley, that's where you're going to find extra storage down here. And you're also going to find in here, this is where the hot water heater is, but it's also had a Clearline automated AC cleaner installed. That's what he's pointing to just now in the video. That way it just keeps everything so fresh, so clean, and so easy to maintain. It's a great little storage area as well if you want to put some tools in here, because it's easily accessible and centrally located. And for the next party trick, underneath where the floor is at the helm, if I lift this up, you've got access to more storage. We've got refrigeration down here, and we've also got another access point that leads into the engine room. There's far better access I'll show you later on, but you can make your way down in here and make your way in if you wanted to. Everything's so well illuminated, everything's so clean, there's always handholds in place, everything's easily accessible. Making your way down, you're going to find there's two cabins on board and a heads compartment. To starboard is where you're going to find the guest accommodation. And I really like the fact that this one's got good headroom. You've got opening portholes on the side, you've got an opening hatch overhead. There's storage in here as well, including underneath the bed. And then opposite, that's where you're going to find the heads compartment. You can access it from the main passageway here, or you can access it from the stateroom on the bow, so you do have that privacy. Again, opening portholes. You're going to have separate toilet and shower. That shower's also got a moulded seat in there if you prefer to use that. You've got 120 gallons fresh water, 300 gallons of fuel, and 50 gallon holding tank capacity. And then you've got the owner's stateroom on the bow. And I really like the fact that I'm 6'2", and even this far forward, I don't have any issues with headroom. There's that octopus again on the bed covers that matches the transom. There is storage lockers, drawers, and cabinets throughout this entire cabin. And they've got a really clever design system where you've got access to that heads compartment. If I shut this over, you'll see that there's a door behind here. And that's got full hanging locker space. It's all cedar lined. There's fire extinguisher in there too. And I'm not going to open all the drawers, lockers, and cabinets throughout here, but they do have a neat setup where they've got a TV mounted on the bulkhead. And then the storage on the other side, rather than hanging lockers, actually drawers in here. But you could probably remove these drawers and convert it if you preferred. AC controls right there. And then under the bed, there's a massive amount of storage too. So if you want to tackle something like the Great Loop and you're worried about storage on board, this is one to seriously consider, because there's a tremendous amount of options throughout. And then as to the engine room access, the entire saloon basically covers the engine, and at a push of a button this all lifts up and you've got access to the engine, which is a Cummins QSC 8.3 diesel engine. It's 600 horsepower, and this is a shaft driven boat, it's not pod driven. But as I mentioned earlier, by only having one engine, look at how much engine room access you have. It's so much easier to service and maintain. Look at all the wiring that's on here, how neat and tidy it is. Everything is labelled. There's a ton of documentation that comes with this yacht. You've got all your firefighting equipment as well. And then next to that, you've also got your Cummins owning generator. This is a 9 kilowatt generator that's got less than 500 hours on the clock, and it is located within a sound shield. This is just one of those dream boats where I really appreciate the opportunity to come on board and check it out. I'm going to leave a link to the Yacht World listing if anybody's seriously interested and has got more questions. I'd like to thank Joe for the opportunity to come on board and share this one with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you can leave a comment down below. And as always, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.